Hey everybody, just taking a break from rigging up for the big bass bash coming up tomorrow, and wanted to go over 3 of the 12 rods I've got rigged up. I've got 3 of them that are set up with dual jigs, and I'm going to tell you why and what applications I've got them for. And so the first one here is one I probably have the most confidence in, and that is this little 5/16 jewel peewee spider head design. It's relatively new. It's a little bit lighter, and that's for when I'm fishing the flats and the laydowns, the stumps, the brush piles in anywhere from 2 to 4 or 5 foot of water in the backs of creeks on the flats. This little guy here falls a little bit slower, and it can be absolutely deadly. I've done real well on a couple tournaments fishing a little lighter weight jig like this here. And with this peewee peewee spider head design, you can see there the little ridge on the back that helps it come through rock better, and the hook shape is a beefed up version of their peewee jig head, a little bit heavier, a little stouter for getting those 4 and 5 pound fish out of the shallow flats and the logs, but yet you still want a finessey presentation. And that's probably going to be my #1 setup when I get back on the flats, looking to see if the big females have moved up to the flats or not. They may or may not be there yet, I don't know, but if they are, that should get them. Second place I'm going to look for the bigger females this time of year is on the channel swings. So they may not be up on the flats just yet, or they may not be ready to spawn, but they're staging close by, in which case I'm going to hit the channel swings with this little bit heavier. This is a jewel 7/16 ounce spider jig. Got the same head shape down there that comes through the rocks a little bit better, and a decent little hook right there that I can still get a good hook penetration with. And I'm not probably going to be horsing them out of heavy cover with that. I'm going to be dropping this thing down those rocky channel swing banks where I don't want it to get hung up, but I'm not so much worried about flipping or pitching heavy cover with it. The other thing you'll notice too, these last 2 baits, you've got contrasting colors. I've got a little bit of red and orange in this one, anticipating some dirtier water. I'm going to be way up the Osage in the morning, so I'm anticipating a little bit dirtier water. I'll probably start off with these baits in low light conditions, and so I want something a little bit bright, a little bit loud, and with some contrast to help break up the silhouette a little bit. I want the fish to see it but not get too good a look at it. And finally, the big boy. It's the big bash, right? So you're talking hoping for 6, 7, 8 pounders, and they're in the lake. This is a jewel fish the moment jig, and I've not trimmed it down at all. A lot of times I may trim the skirt up to give it a smaller profile, but not for this one. This is a big bait for big fish. It's 5/8 ounce. It's got that football head shape design with a little flat spot on there that helps it kind of come and bounce over the cover a little bit better and trigger bites there. And I've got a Rapala crushed city crawl on the back, a little bit of orange on there, but that's not been trimmed down at all. That's a bigger, bulkier bait. And I've got this for the long flat points that kind of drop off in the river channel when I'm dragging those points, kind of like a Carolina rig. And I'm wanting to trigger a bigger bite to see if the females are out there, maybe at the mouths of the creeks, the mouths of the coves, that they have not moved into spawn yet. But those are 3 of the 12 I've got rigged up. I'm hoping by halfway through tomorrow I only need 2 or 3 on the deck, but that's what I'm starting with as far as my jig setup, gang. Hope you enjoy the big bass bash. It's going to be a great event. The weather's going to be awesome. Probably a little bit of wind both days, especially on Sunday, but that's part of why I got these heavier jigs tied on too, if I need to keep feeling the bottom with it too. So hope you enjoy the big bass bash. Good luck, everybody. There's like 4,500 from what I hear, 4,500, not 450, 4,500 folks signed up for this is what I heard today from Hoots there. So there's going to be lots of boats everywhere. Be courteous, be respectful, and have fun. We've got a great spring weekend of bass fishing. Should be a good time. I hope you all do well. Hope everybody catches a giant, and we have a great weigh-ins throughout the day. Thanks, everybody, and we'll see you on the water.